I'm Tom Baker, this is Chasing Cars, and today we're up in the Victorian High Country to give you a quick walk around of the new entry point to the Volkswagen Amarok V6 range. Up until now, the Sportline model has been the cheapest way into a V6 equipped Amarok, although most of the focus has been on the expensive Highline and Ultimate grades that really are a very premium pickup. But Volkswagen have been aware that there is a cohort of V6 buyers that are after a version that's more affordable, more durable, more go anywhere, and really a blank canvas for either trade or off-roading use. And that's exactly what the new Core V6 is going to be all about. So this is what the Core is going to look like. As for pricing, Volkswagen are still being a little bit coy. We're thinking it'll come in at just over $50,000 for the model equipped with the 8-speed ZF automatic gearbox. But local product planners are working on getting a 6-speed manual paired to the V6 turbo diesel in 2019, which would definitely be priced under $50,000. So here's hoping that that happens. With an Amarok V6, it's all about what's under the bonnet, and the Core is not going to get a detuned version of the engine. It's going to get the 165 kilowatt, 550 Newton meter tune of the Volkswagen Group's 3-litre single turbo diesel engine. So that's pretty cool. In some markets overseas, if you buy the cheap V6, you get less power. Not so here. The exterior of the vehicle is pretty basic and rough and ready. You still get things like the all-important V6 badge in the front grille. However, you will notice that around the ute, there are lots of black accents like these matte black plastic mirror caps here, black door handles on it as well, and of course the big alloy wheels of the expensive models are replaced by a more everyday looking 17-inch wheel wrapped in Bridgestone dual lot highway terrain tyres out of the box. But as I say, Volkswagen really see the Amarok Core V6 as that blank canvas to then be bought and customized by its customers out there on the road. However, let's have a quick look inside to see what spec will be like within the cheapest Amarok V6. You don't skimp too much inside the Amarok V6 Core. The main thing is that the finished car will actually have vinyl floors, so you can really easily hose it out. This particular pre-production build still has the standard Amarok floor with rubber mats, so that is one thing that's going to be changing with the final product. But otherwise, this is pretty much how you see it, bar a slightly different pattern on the cloth seats, but it's a much of a muchness. You still get the 6.5-inch touchscreen with the Amarok. It doesn't get integrated navigation in the Core, but you do get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, so you can run your own navigation through that. The more expensive Amaroks get a color screen in between the analog gauges. You do move down to a black and white version in the Core, but it works effectively the same way. And you're still going to get a few niceties like single zone climate control up front, plus you get the lovely leather steering wheel and shifter across the entire Amarok lineup. Otherwise, it's all the same in here. Lots of storage space up front, nice things like flockline door bins so coins and stuff don't rattle around. And in back, life is also very, very similar. Legroom and headroom are just okay in the back of the Amarok. You can find it a bit better in some other utes, but for carrying people 5 up, it will definitely be doable. So the Amarok Core V6 will be arriving in Volkswagen showrooms at the beginning of October, so just a couple of weeks from now. And there certainly won't be any missing these things out on the road with very large V6 turbo diesel decals running up both sides and badging front and rear, because that's what it's really all about, making a 165 kilowatt V6 ute that much more affordable. And I reckon it's going to have a good chance up against the likes of the Ranger XLS and the Colorado LTZ at that critical around 50 grand price point. And given that the Sportline V6 is now the most popular Amarok V6 model, I reckon this thing will have a pretty good shot at it. We'll be taking the Amarok Core V6 out for a drive very soon, so you can catch that by subscribing to the Chasing Cars channel below, where you won't miss any of our uploads if you hit that notification bell as well.